What is up, everybody, and welcome to another Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show. I always say this, but I really do love that intro right there. It's so cool. I really enjoy it. But anyways, guys, welcome to another Thursday, another week of football. It's over. Some baseball going on. We also have some college football news. So we're going to get into some of those things here pretty soon. But I just wanted to go around the room and see how you guys are doing. How is everybody doing? The two of you are twinning right now with your hats. Although one of them is a 3930 and the other one is a 5950. I think I need to get the 920 so that way we can just complete the whole setup here.
Yeah, not rescued, by the way. Not rescued.
You need to do some rescuing.
This thing is safe and sound right here.
You're a member of the Curve Brim Media, sir. I'm going to need you to go ahead and curve that brim, okay?
But the bad boy of Curve Brim Media.
You're right. How is everybody doing? How's everybody's week going?
Tired. I'm telling you guys beforehand, I am on fumes tonight.
Isn't it wonderful to be working on fumes? But of course, we all look forward. Like I'm like you, I'm exhausted. My streak of not getting sick has come to an end. My daughter got me sick. She, when you go to a kindergarten, it's like a petri dish, right? They bring everything. So she got me. But it's okay. It is what it is. We gotta prevail, and we're gonna have some fun tonight. Maybe a little foggy headed here and there, but it's okay, right? It's all right. Nothing wrong with that. All right. So Patrick, tell me, how are you doing, my friend?
Doing well. Overall, I mean, I was a little sick yesterday, but other than that, I can't complain. And just still trying to get over some chest congestion and stuff like that. But other than that, I can't complain. I'm certainly not the only one, but excited to be here tonight and ready to talk some sports.
I love it. Absolutely love it. I just wanted to show you guys. I just got this today in the mail.
Oh,
look at that. Nice little bottle.
Is there anywhere that someone can purchase something like that, Mr. Rivera?
This one, not yet, because this is just a prototype. Okay.
But don't you have some kind of, I don't know, Etsy
possibly
or something along those lines?
Possibly. There may be an Etsy, just throwing it out there. There could be.
Where someone wanted DHC or Dad Hat Chronicles.
That's right. Absolutely right. Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely.
I just wanted to double check. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay. So guys, let's get into it. All right. Let's start with the NFL. And I'm pulling up my sheet here, guys, because we had an interesting week here when it comes to the NFL. Well, let's just say congratulations to the Prospector himself coming in last yet again. Congratulations, my friend. You're holding it strong.
Consistency.
I'm at least consistent. Yeah, I'm at least consistent. But did I not tell you guys? Didn't I tell you when we first started doing this that I habitually come in last whenever I do these picks? So this is why I don't bet, because if it were based on like winning anything, it's not going to be me.
It ain't going to be you. It's okay. It's all right. So we're just doing it. We'll just have all the people bet for us. I wanted to get going because excuse me. Monday Night Football, we all lost. Let's start with that. We had Phillies winning. They had it until 29 seconds left, and then they gave up a touchdown to a really bad quarterback, right? Like, I mean, for God's sakes, he's been from here and there and everywhere, and then all of a sudden, you beat supposed to be the number one NFC team. And that didn't go so well. So congratulations to the Cowboys. You backed into the division lead. Thank you, Philadelphia, for that, right?
Yeah. And now the Eagles' defensive woes have led Matt Patricia to be a coordinator yet again in this league. So now
Sweet
Lord.
Lord.
I guess he's not a coordinator, but he at least has the final say on the defense. So which is I don't know how he keeps doing it. He keeps rising through the ranks. It's not good for the Eagles.
Not good. You're right, Lynn.
No.
Backup Drew Luck. I didn't want to censor his name. It's not worth mentioning the name. It's just that's how that goes. So, all right, let's get started with the Cincy game. Cincy, we all three of us we correctly picked Cincinnati. Okay, we all picked Indy to beat the Steelers. I don't understand this, right? Like, I mean, something is up with the Steelers, man. They're just, they're not doing good at all.
Or is it that the Colts are that good?
Okay.
Sorry, I just had to put it in. By Ed going okay, I know he means I don't believe that for a second. But I think you're right.
Could the Colts go from killing Bill Belichick's career to killing Mike Tomlin's also? What the heck?
But that's what. Oh, can we stop right there? Right? Because
exactly.
I don't
get the Tomlin thing, man. Tomlin is a great coach. Just
he's an absolute wonderful coach, great man. And you're telling me, I would guarantee you, there's at least 10 to 15 teams that will be right at the doorstep, just waiting to get a shot at landing Tomlin. And then the Steelers have the galls to go ahead and say they need to fire him. Are they out of their minds?
Anybody talking about the Steelers needing to get rid of him or that he's on the hot seat, they're out of their mind. They're just chasing clicks or something. That is insane.
Has to be clicks because my God, that guy is amazing.
Talk to the people upstairs to get him an actual quarterback. I mean, that's the first thing you need to do. I mean, get him an offensive coordinator worth his salt, because Matt Canada certainly wasn't it. And then get him a quarterback that can actually take care of the football. And we've seen when he has that, what he can do with the team. I mean, short of Brandon Staley, I don't know anyone that could do anything with Kenny Pickett.
And also, they should probably look at getting a couple more wide receivers because Pickens, I don't know what's going on with that dude. He just gives up on plays. It's just bad all around.
Yeah.
Well, some of that has to do. I mean, some of those guys, especially receivers being the divas that they can be, if their quarterback isn't up to what they expect or want and that they know is not going to get them the ball when they want, they check out. They really do. It's not just the Steelers. There's a lot of teams that have guys that are just like, you know what? Screw this. This isn't working. I'm not even going to waste my time
Why am I wasting my time? But again, it's all for you're putting, like what happens if you get cut? Then who else is gonna now you're gonna be hurting your own pocket because you're not putting all of your effort out there, and someone is gonna be like, dude, based on the tape, bro, you're not worth the millions of dollars that you think you're worth.
Yeah. Well, a lot of this Steelers problem started, several years ago. I mean, they started with the Antonio Brown and having to get rid of him. It started with
their running back.
Yeah, went right out of my head name.
I can't remember his name now.
Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell. Yeah. Sitting out for more money and ended up just losing his entire career. If he had just stayed there, he got paid a lot more money. I mean, that whole dismantling of what they had then, and a couple of guys that they thought were going to be, much better at receiver that just turned out not to be. They shipped them off to different places. I mean, it just really was a whole start of their downslide.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
They're definitely missing the likes of a Hines Ward or someone that could really just produce year in and year out.
And that's a guy right there that was head coaching in the USFL or XFL?
The XFL.
XFL.
I think he's still head coaching there.
Yeah. I mean, that's a guy, if I'm Tomlin, I'm like getting that guy on my staff. I'm bringing somebody like him in and helping solidify some things with a guy like him.
That's right, Phil. Hickory Llamas. So many great on-field heads. Absolutely. They really have great. You're right, though. You're right. Bringing him in, but I think he's still head coach in the XFL, USFL merger. I think they're calling themselves the Spring League now. So I don't know. One of those things. So
is the USFL like Twitter? It's now called X.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I don't call it X, to be honest with you, because
I don't know what it is. Nobody does.
Right, exactly. And still their thing is because their address is still Twitter. which is kind of funny.
So,
All right.
by the way,
And you're right
just
about
as a funny side note, right before the show, I looked down at my phone and it said I had a friend request from Elon Musk, and he has 21 friends.
Oh,
yeah. I need to click on that one, don't I?
you sure do. You sure do.
you should,
I could be his
because
friend.
He
he heard
needs
about
friends
the,
right
he heard
about
about
now.
the mayor. Yeah.
I was like, wow, Elon Musk wants to friend me?
I don't know, Lynn. I don't know who's
What?
a good team leader there.
That-
The only
that's
one
the
is Mike
problem.
Tomlin. The
They're
only one is
missing
Mike
that
Tomlin.
voice. It's definitely not
Yeah.
Pickett. You know what I'm saying? No one's listening to that dude right now. It's not Mitch Trubisky. It's not Pickens, right? Maybe TJ
Maybe
Watt.
Yeah.
TJ Watt would be the only one.
But TJ Watt doesn't seem to me like the type of person. He's a vocal person. He's more of I'm going to lead by actions that other than anything else. Fitzpatrick maybe. You know, but you really don't have anyone of that caliber to be the voice of reason and the leader on the offensive side of the ball. So yeah, you're right. You're right, Lynn. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Well, I'll say this: I think the Steelers will get it fixed. They're they're a patient organization. They do have good leadership, and they've got a little bit of collateral or clout, whatever you want to call it, in the bank there to deal with. So I think they're fine. I mean, they're still going to have a winning season, I would expect.
Well, we don't know that. Not yet.
Well, they still could, I should say, not will.
Right, they still could. They still could.
Well,
and if they
Colts
do,
have
just that consistency.
the Colts had a long losing streak against the Steelers, and then the Colts account put up a picture. That meme that everyone puts up when there's a grave, and then they have the person doing the deuces in front of it.
Yeah.
And so they put up. They said, what losing streak? And so it said, like, rest in peace the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'm like, that made my entire day.
Absolutely. Yeah. Kenny Pickett will only be remembered for his fake slide in college. That was one of the dirtiest plays.
Yeah.
I was dirty. I was coward. He was a coward. I lost a lot of respect for him as a player when he did that.
Phil, Elon Musk hasn't printed
but a Nigerian prince needs my help and get a hold of a large fortune. Congratulations, Phil. All
Good
right
job,
now.
Phil.
Yeah, Phil, you
that's
too?
That's a lot of hats.
Yeah.
That's right.
Phil, which prince was it? Because I got one too.
I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, boys, let's keep moving on here.
Well, I know one thing. I should have taken my Panthers. I wanted to. I told you guys, I'm like, they're due for one more game, and I didn't pull the trigger on that.
You should have. On the next game, we had Detroit and Denver, and everybody. Oh wait, no, not everybody. Denver. Oh yeah, Patrick did not pick Detroit. He picked Denver.
The one time I picked the Broncos, and they do this to me. They
disappoint you. You should know better than that, right? You should know better than that for next time. We all, Patrick and I, we picked Dallas. Well, that was a bad pick, because they looked atrocious.
They didn't even look like they wanted to be there,
right?
Yeah, the one time I picked the Cowboys too. So it's like I should never go against my.
And it's funny because a lot of the players was like, "Oh, they're blaming the media." No, bro, no, we're not. No one is blaming you guys. You guys did not deliver. I have been saying this for the longest time. I do not believe in the Cowboys until the Cowboys can prove it in the playoffs. They have not done anything in the playoffs. Once you start doing something in the playoffs, then we can talk about you being a good contender of a team. Until then, you're not.
Yeah, I've said the exact same thing. You can't even win a first round playoff game.
You can't.
Until you can do that. Yeah.
Congratulations, you won the division. You may win the division. Then you'll get into the second round. But guess what? You'll probably lose then. You have not proven to anyone that you are an elite football team.
And they're not going to be class in the NFC until they can beat the 49ers.
100%.
Like right now, the 49ers are the standard bearer. And I mean, the Eagles are not nearly as good as the 49ers, but they've actually, now they did it when the 49ers had no quarterback, but the Eagles have actually beaten the 49ers in the playoffs. Not a full strength side, obviously, but the Cowboys haven't beaten them at all.
Got. Yeah, you beat who you get your opponent is at that time.
Exactly.
All right, boys. Then we all picked Cleveland. Congratulations, Cleveland. It looked a little suspect there, a little bit there at the beginning, right? When they were down. Flacco. But Flacco, being a veteran that he is, right, did not get ahead of himself, did not panic, kept playing, kept throwing into his plays. Amari Cooper looked good. David Njoku is a beast of a tight end, right? So I was very happy to see that. I was very happy to see that. Let's take a look here.
Flacco getting that money.
Yeah. He's gonna get paid. I hope he stays with
Cleveland. Yeah, he
because
is. Dubs equals bucks.
Why would it be so wild that he takes that team to the Super Bowl? Right?
Yeah.
It's not Deshaun Watson who's paid that massive contract. How wild will that be?
Listen, I don't count Joe Flacco out for anything. I mean,
neither do I.
He's savvy.
Yeah,
I like him.
And he's a smart man. So I'll give him that. Hey, that's
Stefanski needs to be in the mentions for the MVP or MVP for the coach or whatever.
I agree. Listen, I'm not trying to sound like a homer.
Done a great job.
He's had 4 or coach of the year, whatever it's called. He's had 4 quarterbacks and they're still in the hunt.
Not only that, the amount of injuries that team has suffered. That offensive line has lost the left tackle, the right tackle. Like, I mean, they're plugging people in on the defensive side. They're losing people, right? And then you're still telling me that you are second in the AFC North, right? You're the 5 seed right now. That dude deserves consideration for being coach of the year. 100%, I agree with you there.
Yeah.
All right. So then the next game, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, boys. I'm just going to say Green Bay, Tampa Bay. Just throwing that out there.
And I don't know what you're paying Baker Mayfield to perform like he is, but
I've been trying to tell you guys.
You two have some kind of love affair. I don't know what it is, but man, you two, like, he's performing well above his talent level. So
I'm just saying. The guy, I'm hoping, I am praying that he learned this lesson, right? From being tossed around by team over team, and then finally landing in Tampa, right? Like, I mean, he has to see that he was the one responsible for his own downfall in Cleveland. Has to understand that.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, man, wait till you find out.
It takes that new environment and that growth as a person to reflect on what you've done wrong and then make the changes to not do the things you did wrong. And it looks like he's doing that.
You had the passer rating.
Yeah.
I guess Green Bay.
See, he was taking a very similar path to what Johnny Manziel did. I mean, he was on a very similar trajectory, but I think the difference is that Baker's actually owned up to, he's accepted humility far before Johnny Football did. And
Johnny Football was also a rich kid who didn't take anything serious. You know what I mean? And look what happened.
Yeah.
I still have not seen that documentary. I heard it was good on Netflix about Johnny Manziel.
Yeah,
I downloaded it. I was going to watch it while I was traveling, but I didn't get to. So I'll probably catch it over the holidays.
Now I got to get Netflix in order to be able to watch it.
Yeah, you're right. All right, boys. Then we're moving on to the Texans and Titans. All 3 of us had the Titans. That didn't happen. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean?
This is what happens when the Titans dress up in their Houston Oilers jerseys. It came back to bite them because they lost to the Texans.
So. How disrespectful. That was so disrespectful in so many ways. I was so you're playing against Houston, so you're going to wear your Houston Oilers uniforms. And then on top of that, get beat by the team that is currently in Houston. That is like, if that's not irony, I don't know what is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and then they have the nerve to try to say, no, it's the Tennessee Oilers. It's like, no one calls the team the Tennessee Oilers. Come on.
No one does.
Like,
it's the
no one
Houston
does.
Oilers.
What was that for, like 1 year? Like, I know they were the Tennessee Oilers for like a year before they switched to the Titans.
Yeah, because they had to switch. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. But it's like, that's the excuse I hear Titans fans using. And I'm like, bro, there's no way in the world that you're saying Tennessee, that's the Tennessee Oilers. Warren Moon never played in Tennessee. That's all I'll say.
Absolutely.
And the fact that the NFL
allowed it,
put a cease and desist out on the University of Houston to not wear their similar uniforms was just ridiculous. I mean, that's
the NFL for.
That's the NFL. Well, the baseball does that as well, right?
I don't know why they haven't sent a letter to Iowa, because Iowa looks exactly like the Steelers to me. I don't know. I mean,
100%.
So why are they not telling them to cease and desist with their black and gold?
Like, I mean, they look exactly the same.
Yes. Oh man. So I did hear on a program over the last couple of days, maybe it was yesterday or this morning, that going forward, the Texans and Titans, when they do play, whoever wins the game has the right to use the Oiler uniform until the next time they play each other.
No way.
That's what somebody suggested they should do.
Yeah, I saw that. Dan Patrick. That was on the Dan Patrick show.
Yeah, it was on Dan Patrick. That's what it was. Yeah.
That would be
I
phenomenal.
agree. That know what? That'll be amazing. Do you know how many jerseys you would sell? Each team would sell.
I mean, yeah, because think if the Texans actually could use that in Houston.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
That would be amazing.
Well, I mean, it would be the equivalent of like when the Wisconsin Badgers and the Minnesota Golden Gophers played for Paul Bunyan's axe, right? It's your equivalent of like that kind of trophy. It's that, or anyone that you have in college. I mean, right?
That's the evolution of the NFL right there. Right. The evolution of the NFL right there. Like, the trophies it gets. Like, how the Cincinnati Reds and Cleveland Guardians do their Battle of Ohio, right? They got their own cup. Every year they play for the cup, which, by the way, the Guardians have won in the last 3 years. But anyways, right? But that's cool stuff. Like, let me see what Lynn had to say. I'll be fine with that. Iowa could be another color, maybe green or blue instead of black. I'm with it. Yeah. I'm with it.
Well, see, the NFL couldn't send a cease and desist letter unless they had approval from Lynn Smith. So, when you're a fan of the year and you're someone of like Lynn Smith's stature, you actually have to sign off on it before a meager organization like the NFL can send a cease and desist letter. So
100%, guys.
Yeah. So
okay, so when it comes to the rest of the games, all three of us got Miami, Kansas City. We got New Orleans, right? New Orleans didn't look good, but they still won. Let's see. We had San Francisco. They won handily on that one. Panthers, we had that one wrong, boys. We absolutely had that one wrong.
Even though we had that one wrong, I will say, did I not say when I was making my pick incorrectly that the Falcons always struggle against the Panthers, no matter how good or bad the Panthers are?
Divisional.
Every single game. And Donnie, you know this as a Panthers fan. The Falcons very rarely ever play well against Carolina.
And that's why I should have just bitten the bullet and said, you know what, this is going to be the game they win. They're going to win this one at home.
Yeah.
A lot of other circumstances led to it as well. But yeah, this was one of those I should have just went with my gut and said, this is probably the only other game they're going to win.
Well, congratulations to the mayor and your Panthers getting their second win.
That's right.
Hey,
and all 11 fans that were there that paid 45 cents for their tickets. So
how bad is that?
I would have driven up. I would have driven up for 45 cents for that game. That would have been
I don't know. It was in the
weather was garbage. The weather was so bad.
A monsoon of rain. There was no way. I don't care how big a fan I am. I'm not even free tickets. I would not go sit out there in the cold rain.
And it was cold because I was here in the Raleigh-Durham area, and it was the exact same thing. It was windy. It was raining. It was all day, all night. It was absolutely miserable.
I mean, shout out to the fans that fought through it, especially the ones in the upper deck, because that wind's howling up top. So, those people are nuts.
Was Frank Reich out there collecting his 50 grand?
I think he was taking tickets at the gate, putting the money in his pocket.
He might as well, because David Tepper's going to have to pay him anyway, and then whatever he's not paying, Jim Irsay is going to pay the rest of it. So
that's right.
Yeah. So,
all right. So those are the changes. Oh, by the way, we all missed on our over unders. We all missed it. It wasn't by much, right, Donnie? You and me, we missed it literally by like 0.5.
Oh, geez.
That's how much how close we came to making our over unders.
And we wonder why Vegas builds all these big fancy casinos, because they take everybody's money. They know it. Yeah. They got it dialed in.
And I like the way Ed's replying that my over under wasn't even close.
We're not talking about that. We're not going to talk about that because that would be disrespectful to you, and I don't want to do things like that.
I mean, but you know what? I just have to sit here and be man enough to admit it. Speaking of that, I also want to let people in the chat know, our viewers know, that I have indeed fulfilled my betting obligation for losing yet again, and I have
Yes,
purchased
you
a
did.
Cleveland Browns hat.
Yes, you did.
I have purchased a Cleveland Browns hat, and when it arrives, I will wear it. I will wear it for the next DHC Sports Show. So
I love it. Absolutely. I think it's amazing. I think it's Lynn, I'm trying to figure out, I cannot remember over the weekend which one was the bowl game that was playing in the rainstorm, but I'll find out for sure.
man,
Absolutely.
that wasn't the Ohio Georgia Southern game, was it?
No,
Yeah, that was the Myrtle Beach Bowl. That was the Myrtle Beach Bowl. I bet you that's it, because the whole coast of South Carolina was flooded.
I think you might be right.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
That was just a lucky guess for me, but I know that was the first bowl game played this weekend. It was early in the morning, and that was about the time storms were going through. So that would have been the Myrtle Beach Bowl.
And then Mike Sellers, the Miami App State game was super rainy and super muddy as well. Now that I have Mike here, I want to go ahead and put it out there. I texted him and I said, listen, I'm pulling for your Jacksonville Jaguars to beat the Baltimore Ravens. I said that. I said that. And guess what happened? It didn't happen. The Jacksonville Jaguars laid an absolute embarrassment. They played an embarrassment of a game. That was bad. Leaving points on the field right before half. I mean, I don't even know what kind of clock management that was. That was just all sorts of bad. Good evening, gentlemen. Loving the matching Naturals hats. Blowfish, the mayor needs a ring.
Oh, man. I just jump on that real quick. So I went by there today. I saw they were giving out the rings. Some of the players were picking them up. So I swung by because I've been wanting to get this hoodie anyway.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So I walked in the door, and Tony Baldwin, the general manager, and Bill Shanahan, the owner, in there. And I said, I heard we were picking our rings up today. And they both just started laughing. And they were like, yeah, they're pretty nice. And so while they went to get me a hoodie, Bill grabbed one of the rings and brought it out there, let me take it out the box and hold it and check it out. Those things are really nice. They're heavy. They're nice. They're beautiful.
That reminds me in the Appy League when the players, who was it, a couple of years ago, the team won. I think it's Johnston County, who they didn't get the players any rings.
Oh no, that was
no, it wasn't Johnston County, huh?
It was Greenville. It was Greenville, wasn't it?
Greenville, yep.
It was Greenville.
Man.
Yeah.
Still remember that.
These are beautiful. They were done by a local guy too that was here in the Columbia area that does this. I think he has a brother that actually does the casting up in New York or New Jersey area. But this guy owns a trophy and like sports jewelry business here in town. I met him a few months ago at one of the luncheons for the Blowfish. So pretty nice guy.
So they're just reserving your ring, right? Your ring's still in production. Your ring's still in production, I assume.
Yeah, that's what it is. They needed to make a few adjustments for me. So
they're just making extra. That's all.
A few extra diamonds for the mayor, because he's got to have a few more than everybody else.
Yeah, well, they just found out about this whole mayor thing, so I think they sent it back to have the mayor added to the other side.
I love it.
Makes complete sense. Oh, God, and Ed, I like the way you conveniently glazed over. Who picked the Ravens?
I did. I was not going to pick the Ravens. I already told you this. I will. I believe
I was the only one that picked the Ravens in that game, didn't I?
You sure did. You sure did.
And I love how you glossed over that to make sure that everyone just thought that I had just had a week of being in last. And you point out all my misgivings.
Well, last time I checked.
But I mean, you point out all my misgivings, but you won't even give me the solitary, shred of credit that I still have in actually picking the game correctly.
You know that I knew that the Baltimore Ravens was the better team, but there's no way on God's green earth that I will pick against any other. Like I'm not picking the Ravens. It's just not going to happen.
He's just going to take the L on that one every time.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'd rather take the L. I 100%. Like if you ever see me pick like any other team besides the Ravens, book it. Ravens are winning. I refuse to do it. I'm not doing it.
Yep. Well, I mean, so are we going to call them like the Fighting Art Models, or you
can call it whatever you want. I don't care.
the Fly By Nights?
Art Models. I hope he never gets in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Well, you could also call them the Baltimore Fly By Nights, because that's what they did in Cleveland. They flew by night over to Baltimore.
Yeah.
Which is funny because they lost a team just like that, and then they decided to do the same thing to another city.
Yeah.
But
And ironically, ironically, the Colts. So, yeah,
that's right.
So, yeah,
The Irsay family, huh?
The Irsay family. They could be the Indy Fly By Nights, because that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened with them. So, hey, I want to get into a little bit of baseball here, and there's something that, and I was listening to our good friend Paul Caputo's podcast this morning as I was working out, and something that caught my attention is, obviously the Oakland A's, right? We all know that it was unanimously approved that they were going to be, to have the opportunity to move to Las Vegas, right? But my thought on this is okay. So obviously they're going to be the A's, but should the city sue the Oakland A's for the colors, for the names, for all of that? Just like the Cleveland Browns did to our Modell, right? City of Cleveland successfully sued and won to keep the Cleveland history here in Cleveland. So should Oakland do the same?
I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea. I mean, it's going to be a little bit tougher of a case though, because of the fact they've been like the Philadelphia A's, and they've been the A's in other cities. So it's going to be interesting to see if they allow that in Kansas City too, of course. So it's going to be interesting to see if they allow that to stand, because of the fact that franchise has moved 2 other times over the course of what, 150 years or so. 100 years, I forget the exact dates, but it's going to be that's a bit of a different case than the Cleveland Browns, where that was rooted in Cleveland since its inception. But it's going to be interesting when you look at the likes of the Oakland Ballers, who are already adopting that color scheme, and are they going to use that as support? It's so there's a lot of factors I think that's going to go into something like that if the city chooses to do it. But
they don't sound right. Las Vegas A's.
No. And I don't think they're going to stay that.
I think they.
I don't think John Fisher.
I think they have to use. I think they have to go back to the full athletics. If you're going to be, it's going to have to be the Las Vegas Athletics. I think you can't shorten it to the A's. A's worked good with Oakland, just the way you say it. I think it's Las Vegas A's doesn't work, but if you say Las Vegas Athletics, that rolls pretty good. And the Athletics versus the Aviators kind of have that whole A thing going on too. So, I mean, it kind of works between the Major League and the AAA team if they keep it.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Zach. I'm just posing this question out there. I'm not disagreeing with you, right? They lost the Raiders first, then the Warriors, who moved to San Francisco. Now the Athletics are moving to Vegas. I'm with you. But what I'm saying is, and perhaps we should take a look at, and is that, excuse me, that, as one dish, just to stick it to the ownership, right? I mean, he's been absolutely a bad owner since he's owned the team. So why not, sue him for all of the, the identity for the Oakland A's, right? That's what they won the championships in Oakland. Yes, they did also win one in Philadelphia, but why not? Why not try that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think suing's going to do anything really, because the owner would just be like, "Fine, I'll change the name." Like he's not going to care.
But it gives you the opportunity to then later on, if Oakland wants an expansion, to bring back the Oakland A's.
Right. I think even if they didn't sue and they eventually circle back around to that, I think Major League Baseball, especially if the Las Vegas team did change their name, I don't think they could block a new Oakland team from taking it. I think Major League Baseball would award that name to them.
But let's be honest, Oakland's not going to get a team. Not anytime soon, at the very least. And yes, Phil, this was the same Paul Caputo that besmirched the Cleveland baseball fans. Don't you worry. I put a very, a very demanding video out there, demanding an apology, because that was not cool what he did. To throw me under the bus and my fandom and my fan base that is Cleveland. So I did not appreciate that.
Mr. Rivera, may I say something to the two of you and to the
Go
to the
for it.
chat? Mr. Ed Rivera, I just wanted to go on record, by voice rather than just putting up a post or a comment, that I wholly and unreservedly apologize for my tweet, for my post today that where I showcased the mayor, being in front of the Cleveland Guardian Stadium wearing a Rome Emperor's hat. I was only trying to celebrate the mayor, but I didn't take into account that 1995 was mentioned. And
It was
considering the Rome
disrespectful
Emperor,
on the Emperor's part. It was disrespectful on the
yes,
Emperor's
well,
part, and I demand
well,
the Emperor's apologize for this, because none of
well,
them were around when the that team was not around when Cleveland lost to the Atlanta Braves. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Well, I mean, it was an oversight on my part, and I would just like to wholly and unreservedly apologize to you, Mr. Rivera, to the Dad Hat Chronicles franchise, the DHC Sports Show, and to the CFO, and all people related to the DHC Properties Incorporated.
I'll take your apology. I will take it.
I've learned my lesson, and I promise I will make sure to take the appropriate steps to make sure that does not happen again.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you
for your time.
Rhonda, unfortunately, they cannot be known as the Las Vegas Aces. Do you guys know why?
WNBA.
That's right. WNBA owns that property already. So,
but that's a great suggestion by her, by the way. Though
I love the suggestion. I think it sounds great. Yeah. Right? Playing on the cards and everything on the Aces. I mean, wonderful. And not only that, but also the fact that you can play on planes if you wanted to, but you should. Oh man, we would have been so good. But unfortunately,
how about if they're the Las Vegas Roulette? Because baseball is like a game of roulette. You never know what you're going to get, what you're going to land on.
Yeah. What about the blackjacks?
The blackjacks. There you go. There. Now we're talking.
The Vegas blackjacks.
Yeah.
Or how about they throw a little something over to the Oakland Ballers, and they have the Las Vegas Betters.
Oh goodness gracious.
Yeah, Zach's got a good point too. Vegas A's versus Las Vegas. I don't know. I think they're going to do Las Vegas. I don't think they can do Vegas.
They can do Vegas.
I mean,
the Vegas Golden Knight, the Las Vegas Golden. You know what I mean? The Vegas Aces, Las Vegas Aces.
Instead of, especially since there's the Las Vegas Aviators already, they might want to differentiate themselves from the minor league one. And just
100% do something totally different. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're taking the name of another sports team in the same city. Cleveland can show you how not to do that. 100%. The Guardians. That was a team, a roller derby team, and they had to pay out a lot of money. That's why they're not the Guardians. www.guardians.com. They had to put the CLE Guardians because of that.
Oh wow!
Their Twitter, their all of it is CLE Guardians.
Wasn't that a settlement that they ultimately had to do? They settled out of court because
they had to settle.
They had yeah.
Oh, what a great idea! Bring back the 51s.
Yeah,
I miss the 51s. They used to be a Blue Jays affiliate, so I got a soft spot for the 51s.
I like it. Las Vegas, Californian transplants. I love that one. That is my fantasy football daddy. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that hat, that Omaha hat. Woo.
I like it. That's right. There was a bet there, right?
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
So, Mr. Mayor, what does it feel like to actually win a bet? I've never really experienced that.
I don't win them very often, so it feels pretty good.
Well, I still dream of the day that Ed Rivera buys a Colts hat. So.
I'm one of these days, eventually, maybe when I lose the bet.
But that's not going to happen. If you're betting against me, that ain't going to happen. So,
I mean, we never know. We never know. This show is still early on. We're still early in our infancy when it comes to the Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show. So you never know, right? Ooh, Sin City Blackjacks. Ooh, that is a good one. I like that, Zach.
47. If you're listening, put your Colts 47 dad hats on sale. That's the only way I'm going to get Ed Rivera to get one.
Yep, probably will. That's exactly how that's going to go.
That's a great name from Zach. I love that. That's
That is an
outstanding.
absolutely great name. 100%. I love that one a lot. That's good.
I don't know that Rob Manfred is creative enough to accept that. But
No,
Right.
because they don't want to. Oh, that's just it's Sin City talks bad about
Yeah.
the. Get out of here.
Zach
not
Beeson
corporate enough.
for commissioner.
I'm with for Zach Beeson for commissioner. No
He's got my vote.
no sales. Although I'm telling you, wow, bro, the Colts are charging some ridiculous amount of money for their hats, bro.
Oh, the Colts.
Yeah, the 47.
Yeah.
You know how much
are
their
you on their
franchise
website
is?
or are you on?
No, I'm on
How much?
I'm 47. Their franchise, $40.
Well, that's 47's fault. That's not the Colts' fault.
Well, I bet you the Colts also have the same amount.
Oh, I'm sure, because it's all run by Fanatics. So of course they do.
I'm sorry, but Fanatics, I am not a fan of their stuff.
No,
Their
I'm
hats
saying
and all that.
I'm saying all the online shops though are powered by Fanatics. So
Because it used to be Lids, remember? But then Fanatics bought out
well,
Lids.
yeah.
Let's take a look. I'm on the website right now. I'm just letting you know. I'm about to find out what kind of hats they have.
Yeah. Well,
I already have
bet.
You know what? I haven't. But I have 2 Carolina Panthers hats. I have the black one and I have their teal.
Well, we know which one of us you like better.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. Ooh,
I can't blame you. It is the mayor.
Yeah, absolutely. But look at this one though. Look at that brown one right
I'd
there.
pick him over me. I'd pick him over me too.
Look at the khaki one right there.
Oh man, with the
I'm
kicking
loving
Colt.
that.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I like that one. It comes in gray too.
Man.
Not bad for $26. To be honest with you, that's not bad at all.
And you're going throwback. You can throw that in Baltimore's face to say, "Hey, look, here's one of the logos that they had before they kicked you to the curb and went to Indy."
Yeah, I don't know about this C though. I don't know what's up with the C.
That C is weird. The C, if you look really closely, the C, like
the outline of the state.
Indiana. Yeah. If you look inside the C. But,
yeah. It's
I'm sure all the listeners are like, I wish Patrick wasn't a Colts fan so he wouldn't have to show all the Colts hats.
No, I mean, I like the Colts.
Yeah. Listen, I'm just thrilled that they're technically in second because of a head-to-head, but they're tied for first place as far as record with both the Texans and the Jaguars. So they're right there in the division hunt. So
how wild is that though, right?
Shane Steichen's done a phenomenal job with that team.
It's just one of those seasons where
he's had nothing. Like, I mean, he has nothing to work with. And
look at that. Look at the Colts right there. Colts second place at 8-6. At first, tied with first with the Jaguars right now and the Texans.
Yep.
Yeah, the Jaguars have to win out right now or get some help because everybody's got tiebreakers against them in their division because they've screwed it up.
Look at that. And I can just drive an hour to Lucas Oil Stadium and get you a hat or any store in the state that sells clothes. I'm with you, homie. Brett, their 47 shirts are.
I agree with him on that.
You know what though? The scrum
they're
tees.
Outstanding shirts though.
I love the scrum tees, but they're so expensive.
Right?
They are.
Like that's why I decided to go with like the $16, like the mystery shirt, see what I get. Which it's coming in January, right? Like, I mean, January is going to be my first one of the year. I already did one this year, right? I had the scrum tee, the long sleeve scrum tee, which is the Anaheim Ducks and the Canucks. So that was a cool little
got the
box.
Best team in the NHL. Yeah, you got the best team in the NHL for that shirt. I mean, I gotta tell you got the best team.
I cannot
Maybe
wait
not
for
the
them
best
to
team
go back
record wise, but certainly the best team. Certainly the best team in the looks wise in the NHL. But I'm biased.
Oh, I wonder why.
I don't know. No idea.
How about that one? How about that one today that we texted about to Brett's point down there too about buying direct from MILB teams? I mean, that MILB logo shirt the price you saw versus the Iron Pigs.
$40.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for a performance shirt, and it's like the basic T-shirt is like $22 on the MILB site. The performance shirt is twice as much, or almost twice as much. You went from 22 to 42. I'm like, is that polyester that good to where you can charge double the price?
Nah.
And so I just didn't want a white T-shirt like with the logo on it. So I found that one on the Iron Pigs website, and I'm like, yeah, for 25 versus 42, yeah, I'll do that.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. That's
Yep.
that's.
I
I wonder what this gonna.
I about lost it. I was like, are they serious? Is this a joke? I mean,
it's not a joke.
Yeah, because if you look at the brand of that shirt wholesale, it's like $4.
Yeah.
For like a performance shirt.
Well, let's not get together where they get it done and the wholesale and all that, because that's a whole different. That's a whole different podcast. That's a whole different podcast. That's not this one.
Sorry, I wasn't. I apologize for listeners. I wasn't trying to get.
If Professor Hatter doesn't want any of those Yankees hats, he can send them my way. I'll take them.
You guys should take a look at his stuff. He does have a lot of cool videos on YouTube. Professor Hatter, check him out. By the way, he has some cool stuff on there. That's how me and him connected. So it was through Instagram and then his YouTube channel. I got some stuff. Zach, I'm with you there. I like 5950s. I have a couple of them. To me, it looks weird on my head. It just looks weird. You know what I mean?
My guy.
By the way, I think I created a little bit of a stir over my new Hall of Fame voting ideas. I think people think I'm nuts. Well, Brett, not just the idea, Brett. Not just the idea. But it's okay, though. It's okay to be a little, weird. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
I actually thought he had a pretty good idea. I'll agree. One guy, or several of them, that said it was a little bit of a complicated process that he's putting out there. But I think there's some refinement that could go to it. But I like the basics of his idea on anything to take it out of completely being baseball writers is a plus. So just kind of have to find that sweet spot in what he proposed.
Yeah. I speaking of ideas that are kind of wild, I sent you guys a video of Kelly talking about the NCAA football and how he would set it up. Not gonna lie, I kind of like it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
He goes like, I haven't thought about that. I haven't been thinking about this. I'm like, are you sure? Hey, Professor Hatter, do you want the pink Yankees cleanup?
Absolutely. Real men wear pink. I'll wear it.
I wear pink one all the time, bro.
That's a good Easter
pink's my favorite color. I won't even lie.
I ordered directly from New Era or the individual teams. Course, nothing beats the team store on game day. No, you're right. Absolutely right, Phil. And nothing.
Yep.
And there's something about trying on a hat right there, right? That's why I love going to Lids, even though I'm probably not gonna get a hat, right? But I love going to Lids because I love trying the hats. I love seeing what's in there. Maybe I missed something. Maybe there's something that I wanted to try out that I haven't seen it, but it's there.
Yep.
And you guys remember there used to be the big cash registers. Now the way they do it is with one of these.
Yeah.
Yep. And they have little kiosks. It's instead of going straight behind the desk, they have these little moving around kiosks where they do it, and then they.
Yep, right there. Boom, boom, boom.
Well, then the worst part is that now it's like you try to ask them for a receipt, and they're like, "Well, it's going to go to your email," and I'm like, and I tell them, actually, it doesn't go to my email because I never receive it. So then they have to sit there and they can't figure out how to get me like a paper receipt.
That's funny
because I won't accept not having a receipt. So I'm the person that hates to come in. Yeah. Well, it would be one thing if I could see the e-receipt after I get my order, but it doesn't work that way. Like it just doesn't come through. And I'm like, so are you telling me I can't have a receipt? And they're like, well, we'll know you came in. And I'm like, well, what if I take it to another Lids? They wouldn't know that. So
you're just trying to stir things up, aren't you?
Troublemaker.
We already know I'm a jerk. We already know I'm a jerk. I'm just doing jerk things.
I get it. I absolutely get it. You're just trying to make things difficult for people. I understand that.
That's the kind of person that I am.
Rhonda says the problem is when you go every game day to the store, ask the mayor about that.
I mean, hey, no lie, we get the half season tickets, so that's like 30 something games. We go to about 20. I mean, you never know. They got something new all the time, so you got to check it out.
Yep.
Let me ask you:
Yep.
do you own a lot of their stuff already?
The Fireflies?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got a lot. I don't buy every hat. I mean, there's a lot of hats I don't like the look on them.
Yeah.
But there's a lot that I do. And I don't have that many of the 5950s. I got a couple of them. You know, I bought the Marvel ones because those are pretty cool. But she says yes.
You got put on blast there, bro.
Hey man, I've got like 3 of the Columbia brand button down short sleeve shirts. I've got hoodies. I've got t-shirts. I got everything, man.
Speaking of, I gotta show you guys what I got this weekend. I keep going because you guys are gonna.
It's Cleveland. Yeah, I was gonna say it's Cleveland Guardians, isn't it?
No, it is.
No, you
not.
got some. I bet you. Is it Durham?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes,
you were in Durham. You were in Durham.
Oh, that's right.
With the kids.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about the celebrity sighting at Woolly Bull's Winter Wonderland this past weekend?
Let me tell you, the best thing to do is go during the day into all of the slides and the train and all that, and then wait until the afternoon. It's gonna get a little bit colder, and then you enjoy the lights and get yourself some hot chocolate, right? Because I had Brian, their merchandise manager, on the podcast. You guys are gonna love that interview, by the way. It is absolutely wonderful.
Man, I love Brian.
But he goes, try the hot chocolate. I'm like, okay, everybody says try the hot chocolate, right? Like, I mean, the hot chocolate is like everybody says you should try it. Let me tell you, I tried the hot chocolate. And first of all, they don't give you a disposable cup. You got to buy their cup, right?
Oh, wow.
Which is smart. But here's what I did. It's like, it's technically was unlimited hot chocolate. So I told my wife, you better drink that because I'm going to go get there somewhere. And then we're going to get another one before we leave. So I had ended up, for the price of one, I ended up, drinking 3 times the hot chocolate, and I took full advantage of that.
Wait, were you the celebrity that was the subject of the celebrity sighting in Durham this weekend?
Oh, it most certainly was.
Oh my goodness,
where is that shirt? I think they got
rid of it. I should have known it was Ed Rivera.
It was, of course.
Man, celebrity sighting in Durham.
So
I should ask Brian about that.
They don't have it anymore here. But anyways, listen, guys, it was amazing. Do you know why? It was their Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I got their Hawaiian shirt. And
I like that.
Do you guys know what the most popular t-shirt that they sell out of?
Is it the one about a bunch of jerks?
The lollygaggers.
The lollygaggers. Okay, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's a story on that. There's a story. That's the one I just here. I'm gonna show you right now. I'm showing it right now.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There it is.
There it is. Yep.
I bought the wife bought that shirt for me for Christmas.
Oh, I like the beer and hot dog on it too. That's cool.
Oh,
you're gonna look like such a boss in that,
brother. I couldn't help it. It was it's so nice.
No, I said you're gonna look like an absolute boss in that.
It was it, Professor. It was. I own the Lollygaggers t-shirt. So do I. If they make a Lollygaggers hoodie, I'm getting it. That's how much
I own the Lollygaggers hat. I got the Lollygaggers hat.
Do you?
The on-field one. Yeah, the on-field one that was the powder blue and white. I have the original one, and I think they had one last year too, but I think the light blue is just a shade lighter. I think is what Brian told me. So, so that's the one that they wear for their Lollygaggers nights.
Professor, your homework for you on our next Thursday show, okay? I want a full report on this because this is such a great movie. Okay, I own the movie. I own the poster. I own a jersey. Listen, it is that's how I became a fan of the Durham Bulls, was because of this movie. You got to watch it. It is absolutely, if you love minor league baseball, just like the rest of us, and I know you do, you got to watch this movie. It is absolutely wonderful movie.
Kevin Costner just cried a little bit.
He did. The shower shoes. Yep. There it is. Right there it is.
Yes.
The dirty slang clubs.
Yep. Yeah. That's a nice one. The shower shoes.
Yeah, was it they call you in the majors, they call you eccentric. So that was such a good movie. Still to this day is one of my most favorite movies is Bull Durham. So I own the DVD, guys. I own the actual DVD of this movie. And
I think
then
I've got it as well.
I there's also a book that talked about it, how that movie helped rejuvenate minor league baseball.
Oh yeah.
Well, and what Kevin Costner did for baseball in like the span of 2 years, because he did Bull Durham and then he did Field of Dreams. I'm like, wow, 2 humongous baseball movies in the span of 2 years.
I'm not about to put any more of your posts here now because you just said that you did not like the movie. Mike Sellers, I don't believe any of your lists. First of all, every single one of your lists is so bad. Okay, I cannot believe you've actually. This does not surprise me in the least at all. Okay, let's be honest. Your lists are horrible. The fact that you don't have the Sugar Kings up higher on your jersey logos is an atrocity. Okay, the San Diego Padres, their jerseys are amazing. So I cannot take you serious right now when you say that that's an overrated movie. So no.
I was about to say, like, I was just catching up on some Up to Chat podcast episodes, and I finally got to listen to his rankings of the City Connect jerseys. My jaw about dropped when he had the Padres last. I was like, man, like, I love you, Mike, but man, I could not disagree more.
It was an atrocity. It was an atrocity to rankings all over the world.
Man.
I wanted more baseball in. I get it, Lynn, but it's still a good movie. I've seen Field of Dreams. I want to say 42 might be my favorite movie. That is such a good movie, though. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Well, but also, he ranked the Cincinnati Reds higher, right? And God Almighty.
Yeah. But I mean
I can't stand
that criteria that. Yeah.
The criteria sucks.
The criteria that it has to be the team colors. I'm like, isn't the point of City Connect to be different?
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
So
you got to listen, Professor. Got to listen to the Up to Chat podcast. He puts a list he ranks them. I don't know why.
Yeah. To be fair, it's a really good podcast. It's a really good podcast.
It's a good podcast. It's an atrocious list. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'll call him out on that.
If you want to see Mike Sellers courting controversy, listen to his City Connect jersey rankings episode.
And then you should make your own ranking, Professor, and then put a video that goes against that one.
Put it in his comments.
A great documentary. Oh my God, I cannot wait to see what the Detroit Tigers have on their City Connects. I hope it's full of colors.
I hope they put like hot pink, electric blue, like neon yellow, and then electric green, and put all that together to make it look like one big Copa de la Diversión jersey.
I'm with you. Then, however, I don't think they're going to do that, Mike. I don't think they're going to do that.
No, they're not.
Maybe they'll
but I hope they do, and I hope they do.
Maybe they'll bring the orange from the Tiger logo into it and have orange and navy.
Oh, there you go. The Skyline Chili of
that's
list.
What Mike wants to have.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. I could not agree with you better, Johnny. The Skyline Chili of list. There it is. Wouldn't that be Miami? Hey, listen, Miami City Connects.
Yeah.
The Sugar Kings, they hit it out of the ballpark with that one.
Yeah. But that's the whole point that I was going to make. Yeah, it would be like a Miami, but the thing is, it wouldn't be anything like Detroit, which, but I wish they'd find some way to connect it. So, it'd be interesting.
I love to see the Yankees be reverse of what they have, navy uniform, white pinstripes. Maybe, I don't know.
Ooh.
That should be an interesting. I hope it's an orange jersey. Thank you, Johnny. What a compliment. Skyline Chili is not a compliment. Calm down. Mike Sellers, I love you virtual hug. Los Angeles Dodgers, worst one. He's not wrong.
It's lazy when you do Los Dodgers. I mean, I get that you've got an iconic brand name, but when literally all you do is Los Dodgers, and it's like when the NBA teams just did Los Lakers and Los everything else. I'm like, That's such a lazy thing. I mean, you might as well not even do it if you're just all you're going to do is throw Los in front of something.
Right.
It's like that to me. That's like the equivalent of saying you know Spanish and you know the word "sí."
100%.
You know, like yeah, it's like you're not fluent if you know just that. So
Yeah, Los Dodgers did not work out at all. That was like the laziest thing they could have done. That's like the Marvel equivalent right there.
Yeah. Exactly.
So in other words, it's like the Oklahoma City, what's now the Oklahoma City Baseball Club version of worrying about your
I'll
logo.
take Oklahoma City, what they're doing right now with the Oklahoma City baseball.
What I'm talking about is their Marvel logo that's still the same. The one with the brick wall and the state of Oklahoma.
It's so
and
bad.
the
Also, the Lake County Cactus, I told him already. I told the owners, like, that's a bad logo. He took over afterwards, but it was a horrible logo. It looks like one of the village people on math. So how about Detroit with orange, silver, and black, combining tigers with tires and hubcaps? Wow, Lynn firing,
I like it.
Lynn.
They can just be the Detroit Tigers instead of the Detroit Tigers.
Kind of like the Chiefs commercial where the guy paints chefs in the end zone.
They remade that commercial?
Yeah, that was. I know. I just saw that again. I was like, that's awesome.
I'm like, holy crap, they remade it.
Yep.
Well, this was a fun hour, guys. We're already at the top of the hour, gentlemen.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah. We zipped through tonight.
Today was fun.
Flew by.
A lot of good chat though. We got a lot of good guys out here chatting on everything.
I love the chatter. Do the Tigers based off Detroit flag? It's a cluster of colors. Yep, that is true. The Tigers could be the crumbling brick wall. There could be the Hewlett Packard. The Packards.
Packards.
So the empty buildings. Although I cannot talk bad about Detroit though, because Detroit is very similar to Cleveland. Detroit is making a come up. So I can't do that. Yeah. But
I was gonna say a lot of Detroit's enjoying a renaissance. So
they really are, and I appreciate that. I like that a lot. It's just the weather sucks up there. That's why I'm not up there anymore. Besides,
Little Caesars,
right? The Little Caesars. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I like that.
And so Detroit style pizza is awesome. I mean, okay.
I don't know about that either.
I like. Isn't that the one where the sauce is on top instead of under the cheese?
Yeah, it's like inside out.
Style?
Yeah. They're trying to be the deep dish pizza.
Yeah, I like my sauce under the cheese. I like my sauce under the cheese.
It's like a reverse hoodie of pizza.
Yeah.
Detroit pizza is better than New York pizza. Whoa, Professor, you need to calm down, bro. Those are some fighting words right there.
Nah, I can't buy that one.
Kansas Pizza
Speaking
Hut.
Of reverse hoodies.
Oh, look at there.
I got
party animals.
Baseballism. I got the reverse hoodie.
Okay. Put Chicago pizza on top. Deep dish is cool, right? You got to eat it with a fork and knife, though. That's the problem. Because it's a lot.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's kind of nice to try it when you're in Chicago, but it's not something to have all the time.
Right. Exactly. I see that. That's nice.
I like that, Patrick.
I like the I root for the party animals, just so you guys know. I don't root for the bananas. I root for the party animals.
Yeah. Well, I'm a party animals fan too, because they have pink in their logo. They got me hooked. So
I got a party animals Dad Hat.
Yeah, I wasn't ever invited to be a VIB. So unlike some people, a mayor on this, I wasn't invited to be a VIB. So
neither was I.
So
although I did get some tickets for my good friend here, and we did get to appreciate that. My daughter got the rose, which was awesome. She was shy and all at the same time, was kind of hilarious. But yeah, I got my thoughts on Banana Ball, and I don't want to say it too loud because I know Johnny's probably going to be like, gentlemen, disown the Dad Hat Chronicles. So we're not going to do that. The Bananas did KC dirty after they proved it worked outside this and the Southeast. Yeah. There's a lot of things going on with Bananas right now on some of the things that they've done as far as tickets is concerned. But that's a conversation we do need to do a little bit more research. But there's some things that came out that they played some other cities dirty when it comes to tickets and not being available. Yeah, so you guys check a look at that. Some interesting things that came out. So
just to circle back real quick for the Professor Hatter.
Yeah.
And a shout out for Up to Chat. Episode 38 from May 31st is the City Connect uniform rankings for him.
It is the worst episode he's had. Great episode. Great a podcast. Horrible episode.
Wonderful podcast.
Just putting it out there. I'm just saying. Ranking City Connect was a huge miss. Huge miss. So, anyways, gentlemen, Professor, I want to see your ranking. I let you know when you hear the episode, you should do your own ranking and then let us know. We'll definitely help you promote it on all of the socials. Absolutely.
Yeah, and just include the Pittsburgh Pirates because I was thinking when that episode was done, that was before the Pirates had released theirs. So he had done 18 of the 19, I want to say. So I've got that number right, but I think the Pirates had not revealed theirs as of yet.
Have they released who the new cities are going to be this year?
No. And see, a lot of people think they're going to release the rest this year. I think they're probably going to do it over the next 2 years. I see them doing like five or six teams this year, and then whether they do 5 or 6 this year, I'd say that they do the remaining ones in the next season.
I think so too. I think the Yankees are going to be last. Donnie,
I think so too. I wouldn't be surprised if the Yankees and Detroit are last.
The Yankees have so much they could do with the uniform, with just like the whole city, like the skyline, the Liberty, or the lights of Broadway. There's all kinds of neat little things they can do in it if they just get out of their own way.
You're right. You're 100% right, my friend.
Yep.
So, all righty. Go ahead, Patrick.
Well, I was going to say, do you think the Yankees put their names on the back for the City Connect jersey since they don't do that for their other jerseys, or do they keep that tradition going?
I think it would be cool for them to do it on the City Connect. I'd love to see them do that. I'd love to see something on the sleeve of maybe the Twin Towers or something.
They're losing numbers. They need to figure out what they're going to do because they're running out of numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop retiring numbers. You can't retire any more numbers. Okay, you're running out of numbers.
There's nobody retired
have to go to
right now.
Yeah,
I think they've retired everybody they can right now. At least in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, shoot, they're going to have to build another spring training complex to keep up with Legends Field. There's only so many busts of heads that you can make for guys that you retire the numbers for.
For real, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, Patrick, what you got going on this week, my friend?
Well, trying to remember what I'm doing this week. Give me a second.
It's a secret.
No, it's not really that much of a secret, but go to Donnie and I'll get back to you. Oh, never mind, I'm good. This week we're doing a new Hat History Series video drops tomorrow, and it's the Springfield Lucky Horseshoes. So it's gonna again be a little bit more history this week instead of a lot of hats, but it's hope you guys enjoy it, and shout out to the Springfield Lucky Horseshoes. I know that Jamie Toole is a friend of CBM and to a lot of us, and so check out the episode, and I hope you guys like it.
Absolutely, my friend. And Mayor, you need to get some sleep, my friend.
I do. I've had about 4 hours sleep since I got up on Monday morning in Ohio. So, and it's Tuesday night. So yeah, I've just got to get through 2 more days. Ooh,
that's just weird.
I just got to get through 2 more days of work, and then I'm good till after the New Year's. I'm just going to try to have a nice, relaxing week next week and just chill out and
good for you.
Enjoy the holidays.
And as far as the Dad Hat Chronicles, I did release the latest. I was finally able to do it. My God, it was a pain to do it, but it is out right now. This week, part 1 is with excuse me, with my good friend Zach Rab. It was good. He works for Major League Baseball, minor league baseball side, right? That was a good one. That part 1 is good. We talked about the World Baseball Classic. Him coming up. I did forgive him on the whole, Florida Marlins, because he didn't remember, and he would say he was too young for that. So it's all forgiven. It is all forgiven because of that. So, but it was a great episode. So you guys should definitely catch it. Okay. As far as the three of us is concerned, we'll be here Thursday night, 9 p.m. We'll only have a couple of handful of shows before the end of the new year. The end of the year, and then we'll, obviously we'll be back in the new year, but we're almost there, boys.
I can't wait to see maybe if we're still doing Tuesday after Christmas, what hats everybody got. So
I think we kind of have to, don't we?
Yeah.
To do like what kind of gifts did we get kind of thing, and then I want everybody to let me know, and then we'll do something like that. That'll be kind of cool.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey guys, thank you for everybody for joining. We will see you guys on Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. For the rest of us, bye.
See y'all.